Hello everyone and welcome back to the Tech Now Quiz channel. Are you ready to test your knowledge about cybersecurity in today's quiz challenge? Put on your white hats and get ready. There are 25 questions and you'll have 10 seconds to answer each one. Let's dive in. What is the main purpose of a firewall in cybersecurity? Blocking unauthorized access. The purpose of a firewall is to act as a first line of defense in protecting networks and systems from cyber threats. It ensures that only authorized traffic can access sensitive resources while blocking malicious activity. While firewalls are essential for cybersecurity, they should be complemented with other security measures, such as intrusion detection systems, ISDs, endpoint protection, and user education, to build a comprehensive security strategy. Which cybersecurity framework is developed by NIST? CSF, Cybersecurity Framework. The Cybersecurity Framework, CSF, is a set of guidelines, standards, and best practices developed by the National Institute of Standards and Technology, NIST, to help organizations manage and reduce cybersecurity risks. Initially introduced in 2014, the CSF provides a flexible and comprehensive approach to improving cybersecurity resilience across various industries, with an emphasis on critical infrastructure. The framework is designed to be adaptable, enabling organizations of all sizes and sectors to enhance their cybersecurity posture while aligning with business needs and risk tolerance. What is a common sign of a phishing email? All of the above. The increasing sophistication of phishing attacks makes it difficult for technology to identify and block email-borne threats. However, phishing emails typically have a range of hook or indicators which, if spotted by the recipient, can prevent the attack from being successful. These indicators include an unfamiliar tone or greeting, grammatical errors, inconsistencies in email addresses, links and domain names, threats or a sense of urgency, suspicious attachments, requests for credentials, payment information or other personal details, and conversations that were not initiated by the recipient. What does the term baiting mean in social engineering? Offering fake rewards to trick users. Baiting is a type of social engineering attack where an attacker uses a lure, such as a physical object or an enticing offer, to manipulate a victim into performing a specific action, like downloading malware or providing sensitive information. Baiting exploits human curiosity, greed, or trust to achieve the attacker's goal. What is tailgating in cybersecurity? Following someone into a restricted area without authorization. Tailgating, also known as piggybacking, is a physical security breach where an unauthorized person gains access to a secured area by following an authorized individual. This social engineering tactic exploits human behavior, such as politeness or inattention, to bypass physical access controls like keycards, turnstiles, or biometric scanners. What is a sandbox in cybersecurity? a secure environment for testing untrusted code. Cybersecurity professionals use sandboxes as a critical tool to analyze, detect, and mitigate potential threats in a controlled and safe environment. Sandboxing allows them to examine suspicious files, software, or activities without risking the security of operational systems and networks. What is Endpoint Detection and Response, EDR? Monitoring and responding to threats at endpoint devices. Endpoint Detection and Response, EDR, is a cybersecurity solution that monitors and analyzes endpoint activity in real time to detect, investigate, and respond to security threats. Endpoints refer to devices such as desktops, laptops, mobile devices, servers, and Internet of Things (IoT) devices that connect to an organization's network. EDR focuses on identifying threats that may bypass traditional defenses like antivirus software or firewalls, providing visibility into endpoint activity and enabling rapid response to minimize damage. What does whaling target? Large companies' executives. Whaling is a specific type of phishing attack that targets high-level executives, senior employees, or other prominent individuals within an organization. The term whaling refers to the targeting of big fish or high-value individuals such as CEOs, CFOs, or directors, due to their access to sensitive information, financial resources, or critical systems. Unlike regular phishing, whaling attacks are more sophisticated, personalized, and often harder to detect because they are tailored to appeal to the target's authority or professional responsibilities. What is the primary purpose of FISMA? Provide guidelines for securing federal information systems. The Federal Information Security Management Act, FISMA, is a U.S. federal law enacted in 2002 as part of the E-Government Act. Its primary goal is to enhance the security and protection of federal government information and information systems against cyber threats. FISMA establishes a framework for ensuring the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of federal data. What was the first computer virus called? Creeper. The Creeper virus is recognized as the first known computer virus in history. It was developed in 1971 by Bob Thomas, a researcher at BBN Technologies, as an experimental program to explore the concept of self-replicating software. While not malicious by today's standards, Creeper marked the beginning of an era that would eventually see the rise of increasingly complex and harmful malware. What is port scanning? Searching for open ports on a system. Port scanning is a technique used to identify open ports and services running on a target device or network. It involves sending packets to various ports on a computer or network and analyzing the responses to determine the status of the ports, open, closed, or filtered. Port scanning is commonly used by system administrators to assess security and ensure proper configuration. However, it is also frequently exploited by attackers to discover vulnerabilities that can be exploited for unauthorized access. What is the function of a proxy server? Acts as an intermediary between users and the internet. A proxy server acts as an intermediary between a user's device and the internet. It processes user requests by forwarding them to the appropriate server and then returns the server's response to the user. Essentially, a proxy server functions as a gateway that provides additional security, anonymity, and performance benefits. What is clickjacking? Tricking users into clicking hidden malicious links. Clickjacking, also known as UI redress attack, is a malicious technique where attackers trick users into clicking on something different from what they perceive on a web page. By doing so, users unknowingly perform unintended actions, such as sharing sensitive information, enabling permissions, or downloading malware. Which type of malware replicates itself to spread to other devices? One. ARM is a type of malware, malicious software, that can replicate itself and spread across computers and networks without the need for human interaction or a host program. Unlike viruses, which often require a file or program to attach to, worms operate independently and propagate through vulnerabilities in systems or networks. What type of malware locks users out of their systems until a ransom is paid? Ransomware. Ransomware is a type of malicious software that encrypts the files or data on a victim's system, rendering them inaccessible. The attacker demands a ransom, typically in cryptocurrency, in exchange for a decryption key that restores access to the data. What does the principle of least privilege mean in cybersecurity? Users should only have access necessary to perform their tasks. The principle of least privilege, PLP, is a key concept in cybersecurity and system administration that emphasizes granting users, applications, or processes the minimum levels of access, or permissions, necessary to perform their tasks. By limiting access, PLP minimizes the risk of unauthorized access, data breaches, and misuse of system resources. Which cybersecurity concept focuses on ensuring data is accurate and unaltered? Integrity. Integrity is one of the three core principles of the CIA triad, which also includes confidentiality and availability. In cybersecurity, integrity refers to ensuring that data remains accurate, consistent, and unaltered, except by authorized parties or processes. It is about maintaining the trustworthiness and correctness of information throughout its life cycle. What does FISMA stand for? Federal Information Security Management Act. The Federal Information Security Management Act, FISMA, is a U.S. federal law enacted in 2002 as part of the E-Government Act. Its primary goal is to enhance the security and protection of federal government information and information systems against cyber threats. FISMA establishes a framework for ensuring the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of federal data. Which of the following is a popular cybersecurity certification offered by CompTIA? Security Plus. Security Plus is a globally recognized certification offered by CompTIA, designed for entry-level cybersecurity professionals. It validates the foundational knowledge and skills required to assess the security posture of an organization, identify and address security threats, and implement effective security solutions. What does CompTIA stand for? Computing Technology Industry Association. CompTIA stands for Computing Technology Industry Association, a globally recognized non-profit trade organization established in 1982. CompTIA certifications are industry standard credentials that validate an industry standard for IT, such as cybersecurity, networking, and technical support. Popular certifications include CompTIA Security Plus, CompTIA Network Plus, and CompTIA A+, which are often considered foundational in building a career in IT. The organization also promotes research, industry collaboration, and initiatives to address global technology challenges, making it a cornerstone of the IT industry. Which of the following techniques best prevents SQL injection attacks? Using parameterized queries or prepared statements. SQL injection attacks occur when an attacker manipulates a web application's database queries by injecting malicious SQL code. The most effective way to prevent these attacks is by using parameterized queries or prepared statements, which ensure that user inputs are treated as data rather than executable code. While escaping user input A can help, it is not as robust or reliable as parameterized queries. Storing database backups offline, B, is a good security practice for disaster recovery but does not mitigate SQL injection risks. Limiting database connections, D, helps manage resource use but does not prevent SQL injection. What is the primary purpose of implementing HTTPS on a web server? To encrypt data transmitted between the client and the server. HTTPS, Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure, ensures that the communication between a client, browser, and the web server is encrypted using protocols like TLS, Transport Layer Security. This encryption prevents eavesdropping and tampering by malicious actors. Additionally, HTTPS provides authentication of the server via SSL/TLS certificates, ensuring users are connecting to the intended site and not an imposter. At which layer of the OSI model do firewalls primarily operate? Network layer, Layer 3. Firewalls primarily operate at the network layer, Layer 3, by filtering packets based on IP addresses, protocols, and port numbers. However, some advanced firewalls, like application layer firewalls, may also operate at the application layer, Layer 7, to inspect application-specific traffic, e.g. HTTP or FTP. Basic filtering functions, though, are typically tied to the network layer. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know in the comments how many questions you got right. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you in the next video.